Alright, I'm gonna tell y'all a story that had me so down bad. So, a while back when I was in college, and this was around the time I got my very first car, and this was a really exciting moment in my life because I was saving for a car for a while, and I finally got the car I wanted, which was a Volkswagen Jetta. And so this story takes place a couple months after I had bought the car, and what had happened was I decided to surprise my girlfriend at the time and take a trip out to see her because she was canvassing to make money for school, and we hadn't seen each other in a while. And yes, this is the same girl I had got caught in an abandoned house with, so if y'all haven't seen that video, make sure y'all go check that out. But anyway, the drive was about an hour, and the drive going there was pretty smooth. And so I get to the city she's in and surprise her, and of course she's excited and happy as hell. And so that night we decide we're gonna go check out the mall in the city. And so we hop in the car and we start heading there, and we're getting real close to where the mall is at. And right before you get to the mall, there's an exit you have to get into the mall. But the mall was apparently packed that night, so there was mad traffic backing up the exit. So you had to like stop on the freeway right before the exit to pretty much get in the mall. So I pull up towards the exit and stop my car right before the car in front of me, and all of a sudden I see this truck speeding down the road and coming towards the exit, and this dude is not slowing down whatsoever. And I'm like, what the f is this dude doing? Like, he's not stopping. And so at this point I'm just bracing myself for him to hit me, and right before he hits me he slams on his brakes, thank God. But either way, it was already too late, and he rams right in the back of my car. And right when he does that, I like swerve off into the grass, because if I didn't, I would have hit the car in front of me, or even worse, ran into incoming traffic. So my car is in the grass now, and my Spanish girlfriend literally jumps out the car, literally cursing this man out.
Eres un pinche cabrón. ¿Cómo puedes chocar en nuestro carro? ¿Por qué no pudiste ver la luz? ¿No estabas viendo? ¿Qué estabas haciendo?
Yeah, so she pretty much just going off on him, and bro, I get out the car and I just got the biggest headache cause this dude hit us hard AF. Like, I'm about to show you guys the photos of the wreck at the end of the video. So the guy who hit us is with his girlfriend or cousin or both, but nah, the fact is he had a girl with him, and she was even telling this dude off cause she was apparently telling him to slow down on the road too. And tell me why there's this other dude who was in front of me when I got hit who stopped with us and was saying some bullshit talking about his car got scratches on it. Like, I didn't even hit dude who was in front of me, but I was just like, whatever bruh, get your check, cause the accident wasn't my fault either way. So I called the police cause they gotta make a report of the accident and whatnot so I can give that to my insurance. And in the meantime, I also take down the guy who hits me's insurance. And after that, we're just sitting in the car waiting for the police to arrive. And what's crazy is this guy was trying to convince me not to call the police at first, and y'all will see why later in the story. So we're waiting on the side of the road for the police, and it's taking them forever to get there. Like, we had been waiting there for like 2 good motherfucking hours, bruh. And I'm just spam calling the police because I'm like, when are they gonna be here type shit, you know? But sadly, at this point, me and my girl's night was already over, so it's like I might as well try and be patient. So the police finally get there like 3 hours. Yes, bro, it literally took them that long to get there. And when the officer gets there, he apologizes for the wait and tells us they had a lot going on in the city that night. And so I'm like, alright, whatever, I'm just trying to get this over with at this point because we waited long enough. And so the cop talks to the dude who hit me, and this man trying to explain to this cop like what happened, and he was just going too fast or whatever. And this red-eyed cop who probably already had a long fucking day is just looking at him like, dude, save it. And tells the guy, yeah, you sound like every other accident I had to deal with tonight. So he definitely seemed pretty frustrated as well. And I'm about to show y'all a picture of the wreck I got into. So yeah, you can see my car was totally wrecked. And you can see I'm in the grass I was telling y'all I had to swerve into. And you can see the guy who hit my car here. Fucking piece of shit. And then the dude who was in front of me who was claiming his car had scratches. So anyway, the cop completes the report and dips. And someone we knew comes to help us get back to the place my girl was staying at. And I'm literally just following them back in my car because it was still drivable. but the back of my whip is like fucking dragging on the road. So I get back to my girl spot and I go to sleep, and my parents end up picking me up the next morning to take me back home. And so we're trying to figure out everything with the insurance piece, and guess what they tell me when I call up the dude who hits me's insurance company? They tell me this dude's insurance is expired and he shouldn't have been driving in the first place. So that's why this nigga didn't want me to call the police at first, because he was driving without insurance. But anyways, my insurance company ends up sending me a check for my car, and I end up getting a new whip a couple months later. But once my insurance company figured out that the guy who hit me didn't have insurance, they called me up asking for all the information I had on him, and I gladly gave them everything. Cause they were most likely asking for his information because they was finna drop a lawsuit on his ass so they can get their money back too. But I mean, that's what this dude gets, bruh. I mean, how do you drive that reckless knowing you don't have insurance? You would think because you don't have insurance, you'd be extra careful. But nah, this idiot, bruh. So yeah, guys, that's a crazy story of how I got my car totaled by this country ass hillbilly. So if you enjoyed this story, make sure to hit the like button, feel free to comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'ma see y'all in the next video. Peace.